It's quite an interesting one because Lagos residents have been waiting to understand the reason why the State House of Assembly decided not to approve some of these commissioner nominees. Yes, the speaker spoke about the fact that it's not about their qualification. There's been people who have done this before. We know that there have been people who have done this thing before. We are talking about this current administration. There was something they had done, and Lagosians or Lagos residents were looking forward to them building on what they had started in the first term of this government. It's just like the governor himself going for a second term. He's in his second term right now. He had done something, and he wants to build on that. That is what some Lagos residents were looking forward to, that these hands that we see that were on the list were persons that delivered, so to speak, and they were looking forward. But right now, the conversation is beyond all of this. So why is it difficult to tell Lagos residents what the issues really are? I mean, democracy. We talk about democracy, freedom of information. We talk about it is government of the people, by the people, for the people. Now, if you are there for the people, yes, you said you had feelers that influenced your decision. What are these things you discovered? Is it that difficult to say? I don't know.
Yeah, so that's just one of the questions that a lot of people have been asking. If you say you are representing us, and you said that the reason we are not going to disclose the reason why we didn't confirm these commissioners. 22 out of 39, and then 17 were rejected. That's about 50% of the entire list that was submitted by the president, and it's by the governor. So it's also like putting a dent on the past administration of Babajide Sanwo-Olu, that, okay, if we have all of these people that are not confirmed, it means the governor didn't, deliver so well on his mandate. That's, invariably. But some, remember before now, there had been complaints about the list of commissioners that most of them were Christians. And then the Muslim aspect, the Muslim, group said that.
Protested.
Yeah, they protested that they are not well represented and all of that. But if you had told us this is why we are not confirming them, I think that would go a long way to, reduce all of the insinuations. Because some are also saying that because the governor, so to speak, did not support his reemergence as a speaker, maybe this is the time for him to take his own pound of flesh.
The guest we had yesterday is saying that there are no issues between the executive and the legislature in the state. They have said that, and they also said that it's not a matter of religion, because if you are there as a commissioner, it's not about you carrying out any religious activity. You are meant to deliver on the dividends of democracy or your mandate as a commissioner at the end of the day. Now, all of these are speculations that people are seeing. In fact, it was even also said that there were some persons in the State Assembly that were also not happy with the manner of representation, because some of their constituents delivered in the last election, and so they were looking at, by way of compensating their efforts, they will have, some of their representatives nominated as commissioners, and that did not happen, and so they were not happy. So the issue is, okay, if you say competence is not the issue, we're saying politics is everything as it is, so are we going to sacrifice what we know as competence on the altar of politicking because achieving that representation? Yes, you're supposed to achieve representation across the board as much as possible. But local governments were given the responsibility of nominating these persons. What happened?
So if he said that the reason is not going to be disclosed, of course, he invariably disclosed the reason. We know the reason why El-Rufai, whose name was part of the list submitted by the president to the National Assembly, was not confirmed. They said that there was a petition against him, as regards security clearance. So if you're not telling us the reason why the commissioners were not confirmed.
You that is expected to be closest to the people.
Absolutely.
Engaging the people.
But you recall that he said during COVID-19 that everyone is saying that everyone is
Always
saying
referring to that.
That COVID-19, Professor Abayomi did so well. It's not only COVID-19. There were issues before COVID-19. There were issues after COVID-19. It's just an isolated case.
Yes,
we
agree.
He said that if they did not do well, we have the prerogative of not confirming them. So that is to say that they did not do well. You understand? He said we are not going to tell you no amount of criticism, no amount of attack on the on the State Assembly, no amount of whatever it is that is coming from the public or from anyone. We are not going to disclose it. So it is not a matter of intellectual, it's not a matter of being a technocrat, it's not a matter of your competence, so it's a matter of what?
That's the question.
Because that is what we need, technocrats, competency, character. So if they don't have any issue as regards this, then why are they not confirmed? So you have the prerogative to tell us the reason why they are not confirmed. But then they said, if they didn't do well, we are not going to confirm them. So it's quite contradictory.
Yes. The guests we had yesterday, you recall we had this conversation yesterday, and they said that it might be a number of issues. Maybe your comportment when you even came, presented yourself.
You take a bow before you...
No, your comportment, maybe you're chewing gum or your documentation was not complete. And, he just mentioned an array of issues that could stand against you.
Right.
And then there's also the aspect of perhaps these people, their constituents, do not know them. Because they were not, going to their wards, engaging their people. There's also that likelihood that could have also worked against them when the people are saying, we do not know these people, why we haven't. That is why he said they are listening to the people. Recall he made that statement. They are listening to the people. So their decision is also based on what the people are saying.
So I'm not going to tell you the reason why they are not confirmed, but these are this and that and that and that, and giving us
just giving you a hint
exactly
of what it could be.
But he also said that there is no rift between the House, the executive and the legislature. You understand?
Yes.
So,
very critical.
In all, what we want is better representation in Lagos State. What Lagos people want, Lagosians, what they want is better representation, whether they are confirmed or not. Yesterday there were insinuations that they might be reconfirmed again, but he stood his ground that as long as they were not confirmed, so it means that the governor has to represent different names for this position.
No, well, we also got wind of the information that the Lagos State chapter of the APC was going to wade into the matter to look at how to address internal
right.
Yeah, so there's also that aspect. And then one of the guests said, final is not finality. The governor can represent these same persons. So whatever it is, we should make it clear why these people were not approved at the end of the day if they are not going to.
That is to show that the process was transparent.
Yeah.